right now, the whole crew, we're all going out to Alcatraz. Tonight we're going to be doing an overnight investigation, and we're being left alone. So we're going to be going through all the cell blocks. We're going to be going down in the caverns and the caves and going through all these secret places, and we are going to take you there live from the Wolfe Manor. Here we go. Welcome to the Haunted Wolfe Manor Live. Terry, tonight's going to be a great investigation. We have a guest that's going to be joining us, Mike Brody.
Oh, I know Mike. Okay.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be, he's out here on Alcatraz. We're going to catch up with him, and he's going to be checking it out.
Huh?
What happened in this room, dude?
I don't know, but this is where I think all the inmates had to come in here, and this is where they gave their medications out.
I know, I can't believe it.
I cannot believe we're in areas of Alcatraz that they do not open up to the public. This is amazing. Where's Scott at? Look at this. These are like like examination rooms. Look at that, that's the ocean outside.
This place is so big that we lost it anyway. We were in I'll let you guys look.
Scott, come here.
Great room.
I know, Terry and I just totally felt something in here. This was weird.
Okay, what room is this?
This is where they had all the dispensary of medications.
So this is, it resembles some of the other cells that are here at Alcatraz, meaning the Birdman, some of the other containment areas for the mentally unstable people, but they actually use this one for,
This wasn't a room they held people. This is where they had their medications.
right, but it's the same size room.
Oh, yeah. See, look. This was probably a counter right here, and they put all the medications.
Let's sit down and see if we can't get it.
Let's do a sesh.
What is that?
Oh, it's the Brody.
God's work, okay.
Just want to do a sesh?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do that room, this room, we're going to do.
Let's do it right here. Can we shut that door?
No.
Can you flash that English?
Can we shut that door? Does it shut?
Can you turn the flash on over here?
Oh, dude, there's no doorknob on this.
Okay. I got a knob over here.
You guys suck.
Why?
Okay. That's really creepy.
What's that?
That noise.
Yeah, it is.
Right here, when you do this,
What's that?
I can't pull it. This is the recorder top. And down with here you go. Okay, let's do this.
This is Todd.
Terry.
Mike.
Scott.
And we're in the Alcatraz on an overnight investigation, Infirmary. And we're going to do an EVP session tonight. We're the only ones in this room that we can see. If there's anybody in here that we cannot see, we have a device that will pick up your voice. So please make a sound or a noise or something so we can hear you.
You ready? Is there anybody in here in this room that we can't see right now? Good. Could you make that sound again?
Did you guys hear that?
Okay, has anybody heard that sound? Since we've been in here before, we asked that?
This is wind. That's something weird.
What is it?
I don't know. Who's down there?
Okay. You don't get too many visitors up here. How does that make you feel?
I have a recording device right now in my hand. You can say something if you want. Big chicken.
That's good.
Okay, who are some of the dead people?
The Birdman didn't die here.
Birdman didn't? Or about Al Capone?
Capone didn't die here either.
Oh. Who are you? How many inmates are in this room with us right now and you guys didn't leave? You didn't cross over?
How many employees are in here?
Did you like being tortured here?
What is that?
Did they put you in a bathtub with ice water?
Yeah, I want to find out what that is. A little fat seagull or something?
move to another room. Let's move to another room.
Okay, this is an exam room. This is where they did x-rays. No. This is where they did hydrotherapy. Terry and Scott, this is Todd. I'm in a room. There's tile everywhere, and it looks like this is where they did hydrotherapy. Oh man, this is weird. This area that we are in Alcatraz is not open to the public. We have complete access to all of Alcatraz. I'm in some room. It's beyond creepy. Look at that.
How's that crack habit going?
It's going great.
Scott.
Good one,
Scott. Do you have the voice recorder? Oh, usually you just have it. Okay, we don't need you anymore.
We're gonna do a session.
We'll do a session here.
You don't want to use this?
Wait, you have it? No, you have it.
Do a session here?
We'll do a session here. Wait, you have it?
I have it in my hand, you goobers.
You got that ghetto Kmart analog tape recorder.
Time y'all guys got all in the closet.
Wow, what is this?
Oh, what's that in my hand?
Turn the knobs, turn the knobs.
I can't. It just hit me. Oh, what was that?
I got one too.
You guys ready?
Okay, cool.
Ready?
I think we need to be smaller. I got a fart.
Can we go over there?
Okay, ready?
Okay, I'm recording.
And
Now. Okay, we are in the X-ray developing room. I'm Terry.
Todd.
Mike,
Scott.
Is there anybody in this room with us? Can you tell us your name?
Were you an x-rays tech? Did you sit in here and develop film?
Did you love your job?
Just on the shelf.
Wait.
Just mic.
what's going on? Yeah, I look good.
You do.
You did. We weren't going to say anything, but yeah.
This is the X-ray room.
Yep.
How often do they do the hypotherapy? What were the X-rays used for mostly? I'm tired of salary jokes, honestly.
Yeah, so then you know what? Okay. Stop it.
Come on, guys. Thanks, Mike.
How you feeling here?
I feel like I want to get clean.
You feel dirty?
Feel dirty.
Feel like a dirty boy?
I feel like dirty in a good way. Like, go up to drop the soap.
Okay, so for those of you who haven't figured this out, we are in the showers in the infirmary. Mike has taken a hit and gone into this really cool, funky shower with a jail cell door on it. And again, this isn't, if you come to Alcatraz, you don't get to see this. We're in one of the off-limits places. That is incredible. Like when you were just like totally wigged out, like insane, they put you in here and watched you. This is the room he said that guy was in a coma in, and all the guards came in.
But then what's this hole?
And it was probably more than that.
We have an EVP recorder that we can pick up your voices. Is there anyone in here we can't see? Say something.
Are you sick?
Are you a faker?
Good, that's good.
That's a good one.
Were you afraid of the population and you wanted to be in protective custody, or some way you were safer because you felt safer to be labeled sick?
Do you really think you're going to leave here? Because you're not.
Tap on the walls if you're in here.
Moan if you're in here.
Are you lonely?
Do you sound like a woman in the next room?
What's it like going to the bathroom in a hole in the floor?
Are y'all dirty? Or do you care?
Did they make you wear a diaper?
What did you do in this room when you were near here by yourself?
Did you play with yourself?
Do you go up and play with Scott?
Did the screws mess with you?
Did you hate the hacks?
How much medication are you on right now?
Do you want to kill yourself?
Did you kill yourself?
Did you hang yourself?
Smell that?
Well, what is that?
No, maybe it's up in the ocean.
He came from the ocean.
Are you smelly?
Smells like poop.
You smell like dead ass. You guys want to try the one next to us?
The other one?
Yeah, this one feels kind of.
You smell poop.
You do? Like someone just let one go? Poop?
No,
or
like, I think I found a piece of poop.
Oh, okay, that kind.
I think I stepped in somebody's poop.
At least that's what I'm saying.
And that's where the poop went.
Yes, the poop hole.
Poop hole. Haunted poop.
Did you say that every once in a while you gotta miss?
Every once in a while we go what?
You gotta miss the hole.
Whoa, ew, different story going on in here. It's like, that looks, ew. It is creepy here.
Yeah.
It's, nobody likes a dentist, but, in any case, this sounds stupid, it just kind of got a clinical feeling. It's, I don't know. It's not, it doesn't feel right, that's for sure, but
Scott, what's going on with you?
It was just we left the shower room. I felt like something may have followed us or we came with us. We ended up with a bunch of people in the hallway, which always is kind of cross-contamination thing we're worried about. I stayed in there for a minute longer and I kind of felt something going on in there. Mike introduced us to this room here, which is the old dentist office. Like Terry says, a very uncomfortable room, the fact that it is a dentist office. But the hole in the floor definitely has a creep factor to it. But I think I'm kind of attracted to the shower room area. I think that was kind of the hot spot for me.
We're in the shower room right now. If you look over here, you can see where all these guys would shower together. And I don't know, man. It seems to me like from all the movies you see, that's where some bad stuff happens. Then you look over here, this looks like where they got their clothes and all their stuff. We got a bunch of stuff laid out, which is kind of creepy. I'm sure it's not the original stuff, but, you probably heard a lot of that kind of sound. And, that's just the kind of thing a guy would do here when he knew he was bitch. Anyway.
So there's all their towels, their clothes, socks, shoes. Just crazy. So these are all the showers. Look at all these shower stalls. Is there anybody down here with us? This is Todd, Scott, Mike, Terry. There's a lot of showers. There's a lot of people been down here. We can pick you up on these recorders if you say something. This is Todd. All you guys that were showering in here, say something. Was it cold water in here? So if you notice, all the shower stalls, they have like just one, they have one knob. And just one knob means they probably didn't have like hot and cold water. It was like they just probably made it lukewarm or something. God only knows. But look, there's only one knob. At home we have, see the knob right there? Maybe just turn it off and on, that's it. Look at that. That is creepy. Okay, you guys left me. Hello? Oh my God, they left me down here alone. Hello? Hello? Is anybody down here? Hello? Oh, what was that? Hello? Hello? This is Todd. I'm down in this basement by myself. Hello? Who was that? I gotta get out of here. Hello?
Pretty quiet.
We're upstairs in the infirmary, the hospital of Alcatraz. We've actually entered the cell that belonged to the Birdman of Alcatraz.
This is the Birdman. This is the Birdman from Alcatraz infirmary room.
Bob, are you here? Bob?
So weird.
Robert Stroud spent 30 years in Leavenworth Federal Penitentiary, where he gained wide publicity for his studies of birds. After he murdered a Leavenworth guard, he was kept in segregation. Despite his fame, he was considered extremely dangerous. In 1942, Stroud was transferred to Alcatraz, where he remained in isolation. He was allowed no birds and few privileges. Due to failing health, he spent 11 of 17 years on Alcatraz in this hospital cell. In 1959, he was transferred to the federal penitentiary in Springfield, Missouri. He died there in 1963 following a long illness.
Who's in here with us?
Birdman, are you here?
Do you like a bigger room than everybody else?
What was that?
Somebody in the hall. Birdman, are you here?
She's got little kids just got back.
And if you're not here, who is?
Bob, did you like the little boys? You know, we can't hear you with all the noise around here, so you're going to need to reach out and touch one of us. How's that? I asked you a question.
Why do they call you Birdman?
Ask you.
Why do they call you Birdman?
I think you're more of a chicken man.
Robert Stroud, the sociopath. What the hell? Okay. Somebody just fell over something, or
Do it again.
They went over that table out of it.
Birdman, is that you? Chicken man? Make that noise again.
you're gonna have to touch one of us. Did you knock Mike's hat off?
Go ahead, knock my head off.
Did you leave any energy in here?
Whoever's in here, go up and touch Scott.
Hard.
Go up and touch his hat.
Does Scott scare you?
swear something touched my hand.
Serious? Okay, let's see if we'll do it again.
Go up and touch Scott's hat again.
Touch him again.
Just stop moving.
You saw movement where?
Do you move your head? Do you move your brow?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see all the
Hands all there.
Yeah, that's it.
Touch Scott's hat.
Do you know that I've been in prison too? You know that we would have pumped you? We got our hands on you.
I don't know about you guys, but I hate birds.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You hate birds?
I hate birds. They're loud, they poop everywhere, they're annoying. Stupid people like birds.
Would you like to kill birds?
Yeah. When I was a kid, I had a BB gun. Shoot 'em.
Really?
I eat chickens.
You hate chickens or you eat chickens?
I eat chickens.
Oh,
And a bird.
it is.
This room is huge.
Birds suck. Only stupid people like birds.
Okay, so maybe it's not the Birdman.
It's not.
Let me think how long this place was open, how many patients use this room. So who's in here? Was that you that just laughed? So who's in here? Was that you that just laughed? Shut your cell door. Come on, shut your door. Come on, shut your door.
Come on, Robert.
Okay, we'll shut your door for you.
Screwed up that you have to be the worst person here. Huge room.
How is that for ominous?
There is. Is that the way now you're comfortable, huh? Because the door's shut, you can't get out.
You know, Robert, you're one crazy looking son of a bitch. Were you out of your mind? Huh? Huh? Just a little bit on the cracked side. The hell was that? God. Back to you.
We didn't forget about you.
You sure look tough. But you like to screw little boys? Is that what you like to do? Huh?
I want to get a hi.
Where we stand? Okay, serious.
My head on backwards.
What's our next plan of attack, Scott?
Okay, we've just entered D block, Delta block, and this is the accommodations they gave us to stay here tonight. There are a few people actually in the rooms. They're laying down, sleeping. Down on the bottom floor here, there are 4 whole cells, or what you want to call them, solitary cells. They are not like the other cells. A lot of these cells have bars on them where you can kind of breathe fresh air. These have bars, and then there's a metal door or something that slams over it. very dark inside. We should go down and take a peek on it and see if anybody was to pass away on this in this block. I think that'd be the place they'd do it. Think of all the sorrow, all the pain. Just think of being in solitary by yourself for longer than 2 weeks. You kind of flip out, maybe go crazy. You see, some of these people were in these cells for up to 19 days.
Oh, guys, this is creepy. This is like what it would be like when all the inmates would be asleep.
Okay. You guys, let's each go in one.
Oh, good idea. Oh, good idea.
Scott, you go in there. There's somebody in there? Somebody in there?
So we're all going to go in separate cells?
I'll go in here.
Oh, this is creepy.
There's somebody in there?
There's someone in every one of these.
I cannot believe I'm doing this. So I'm inside a solitary confinement right now. It's pitch black in here. This is weird. So I'm in solitary confinement in Alcatraz. And it's like 3 in the morning. Oh my God. Hello? This is so weird. I just sit here and imagine all the different inmates that have been in here before. You can imagine the screaming and the yelling and all like a tortured feeling that, you know, with these inmates. Somebody told me that they used to play games, like they would take off their buttons on their shirts and they would toss the buttons up in the air and listen to it bounce. But they would do that only to be able to play the game of them on their hands and knees trying to find the button. And they'd probably do that for days. Hello, this is Todd. I'm in solitary confinement by myself. Are any of you guys still in here? Come over and touch me. This is Todd Wolfe. Come over and touch me. Oh, this is weird. It's a solid black room. And it's like 5 feet, 5 by 8, 5 by 9, with just a toilet and a little tiny sink and a metal floor. Hello, if there's anybody in here with me. God, it's like you hear things. Come up and touch me. Do you want to find my button? Do You want me to throw my button on the ground and you can find it? You can crawl around the floor? Huh? You used to do it all the time. Who's in here? Who's in here? Who's in here? Is this your sink? Is that the sink you used to wash your hands in? Al Capone? Birdman? Huh? You must have.
Okay, so we're conducting an experiment. Does it feel as wavy in here to you? A little bit, but not, to me, not as bad as the other one.
I think I'm maybe blocking it though.
That good, you know about it?
You know that I know about it.
Maybe we need to bring somebody else in one of these and what do you think?
Does it feel like the ground moves when you come into these cells?
You know what, honestly, God, it doesn't feel that bad in here to me. It's that one down there, to me.
I just want to go back in there just to tell it.
I gotta try it.
Let's go back in there. It's weird. Seriously.
Go ahead.
Did you hear that? I just heard something. It's in my head. This is weird.
This is weird. After you.
Is this the one we were in before?
Yes.
Close this. Close the clamshell.
Yeah, once it's dark, I feel it.
I don't, and you know what, honestly, I don't feel as much this time. I really don't. Are you sure this is the one we went
It took me a
next
while,
door?
Yeah, it's the only one with that shit in it.
It took me a while before I was feeling it, though, when I first came in.
So I walked in, I felt it like right away. I got like, whoa, I've got seasick thing. I don't feel it now.
Maybe screw all around and around.
But you know what? This isn't it. This isn't it.
Yeah, it is.
Wait a minute. No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's the only one.
Scott, that's not the same one. That's not the same one.
Is this one?
It's this one right here. Because the head of the heat detector is hanging off and the light's all jacked up in this one. This is the one that we're in. Okay, so that was a good test. Okay, can we kill your flashlight? Still not as like it was before. Not even close.
Smells weird.
You back in here? You need to leave? Was there somebody in here? Did it hurt? Were you in pain in here?
Can you turn that flashlight back on again?
I'm gonna put it in my belt here. Do that again. Do it again. Ow. Hit my elbow again. Do that again.
I'm totally
Okay, a little bit. A little bit starting to get it right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
I'm feeling it now.
Okay, here's what I want. Is it seismic? Dude, it's like bouncing. It feels like bouncing up and down.
Oh, I'm definitely moving now.
It's this cell, dude. We didn't feel it in the last cell. We went to this one over here mistakenly thinking it was this cell, and we didn't feel it there, realized we were in the wrong cell. We're in here again.
Yeah.
Todd, do you feel like the floor is moving or seasick?
Leaning against the wall. Is there?
Wait, can I stand straight up and get off the wall?
I got it right now again.
I do too.
Me too.
It's moving. When you move, see watch.
Well, not the
Yeah, but it's
vibration.
not-
Not the
it's not-
vibration. No, it's a,
Yeah, we're not gonna move the island.
it's a, like a
It's like
push.
this.
Almost like an
Not like a,
amusement park.
not like a
ride.
shaky move. It's a, yeah.
There we
It's like
go.
an equilibrium
There
shift.
we go
Really slow
again.
teacups.
There we go again. That is a trip.
What is the deal with that? And why didn't the other two cells do it?
I like it.
And why did my flashlight turn on?
When did I move to Sacramento?
Huh?
I'm just thinking out loud.
Can you touch one of us?
Well, here we go. This is a good one.
What the hell? Did something really nasty happen in the solitary confinement cell?
Not big enough for...
So could something nasty happen in solitary confinement?
I think just to themselves.
Doesn't your mind, or...
My guess it would be self-inflicted self-mutilation of some sort, or because you didn't have anything to keep you company.
What about
What was he feeling? Was like what you get if you're in here all by yourself for a long time? You kind of dizzy. And
I don't know.
They'll scratch your eyes up. They do some crazy shit with
What
themselves.
if you were just a nasty person when you got in here in the first place?
Well, I think that's the only way you make it in here.
All right, so if you had a nasty person with nasty enough energy...
You're either a menace, or you're a hazard, or a threat to other people or guards. They keep you in here. See, and they keep the feces or whatever they say, that thing. They bring them in and they feed you. You're totally blocked off from the outside world. You go nuts.
Can you imagine?
If you're a bully, you thrive on other people's. You're not other people.
Like we're in here right now and we feel weird. Can you imagine being in here for 19 days?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Like pitch black.
Exactly.
So. Pitch black trying
That's
to find
not right.
pooper.
They had poop bucket, wasn't it?
No, there's toilets.
Oh, what was that poop bucket thing? Oh, that was down there.
That was
That was in the
dungeon.
Citadel.
Yeah.
That was cool.
The hell was that? The hell was that?
A duck.
A pig.
A dead baby.
Dead baby pig duck.
Dead puppy.
Dead baby pig duck.
Duck is a dead pig baby.
It was a pig with a beak. It was a pig
A
with
duck-bill
duck-bill
platypus baby.
Big duck baby.
That's a duck-bill platypus baby.
Okay, everybody is in bed. I'm in cell block D, and I'm going to stay in cell number 30. So this is my room. I cannot believe I am sleeping on the 3rd floor in Alcatraz State Penitentiary. This is like the weirdest thing I've ever done in my life, next to staying in the Wolfe Manor, which I've never stayed the night there, but you guys, this is just freaking weird. I'm not kidding. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it. It's where the guards used to be. There's another cell right next to me. There's cells everywhere. So this is my bed. And this is just too weird. And these are my blanket. And this is going to be my pillow. I'm going to turn the lights off here. Okay, this is too weird. I still cannot believe I'm going to try to get some sleep in Alcatraz. See the... Oh my God. You know, the funniest thing is, think about all the inmates that have stayed in this room. All the inmates that have stayed in this room. All the inmates that have stayed in this room. I mean, I'm laying in a bed right now where people stayed for many years in Alcatraz. And now I'm staying in the same bed that all these convicts stayed in. It's pretty weird. I can hear people walking around. I just can't imagine. Look at this. So I'm going to try to get some sleep. It's early in the morning, but I'm going to try to get some sleep, and if I can hear people out there. It's like I can just hear people. You can hear the foghorn because it's really foggy in San Francisco right now. So anyway, I'm gonna go. We'll see you guys in the morning. Good night.
Hi, this is Scott Grinnell. It's 4:30 a.m. Alcatraz Island. I believe all the investigators that were invited out here, including my partners Terry and Todd, are all asleep in cell block D. Behind me is the main thoroughfare, or what the inmates called Broadway. You can hear the lightning and the thunder. Very, very rainy right now. There's definitely something solemn or creepy about knowing that you're the only one here on Broadway this time of night. Let's see if we can dig up something. Actually, as I walk through these halls, we're closing in on the place where actually Frank Morris and his two partners actually broke out of Alcatraz. We've just turned the corner. You can see in the cells behind me. These were the cells that Frank Morris and his partner burrowed through. If you look closely, you can actually see the holes. They had dug underneath the sinks and removed the grating. And here are the heads that they had made to fool the guards that they are still asleep. You can see when they burrowed under the sink there. We go back out towards the administration offices. They actually have it blocked up, and you can kind of see down inside here. I hear somebody coming. They call this row of cell blocks Michigan Avenue. Again, the only one awake here on Alcatraz Island. I'm going to take you with me as we go through these cells. You can actually see to the right of me. These cells weren't much to live in, 6 by 8 feet, it's 9 feet. But to tell you the truth, the prisons that are going on right now are actually very similar in size. There's 34 active prisons in the state of California, minus Alcatraz. I'm just off the side of Times Square. It's approaching 5 a.m. You can actually hear the seagull coming alive. I'll take you guys outside. I'm pretty sure I am the last investigator awake. Behind me, there's a large water tower. That was actually the fresh water supply along the end of the cell block down there, so the main cell block. All the toilets were flushed with salt water, and the hydrants for firefighting in case of a fire, they were also salt water. Why not? See if I could take you around to the north side of the complex here. I'm actually walking down the loading ramp. I'm not sure if this is for prisoner intake or this was maybe for supplies, because we are outside of the cell block right now. Actually, you can see behind me the large cell block. It's very monolithic. When you're taking the tour of Alcatraz, when you first pull up, you'll dock, and the first thing you see, apart from the burned out mansion that belonged to the warden, is this large cell block. They have just revamped the factory that was actually used here. A lot of federal prisons, they'll build items like maybe the mailman pouches or different things that are used in federal facilities are made by prisoners. They say punching out license plates, kind of the same thing. So let's say there's a government It's starting to rain. You can see the lightning behind me. Actually, right behind me right now, this small building. See if I can get down in here. This was the morgue from 1910 to 1963. They would actually bring the bodies and they would bring them down into this room right here. It's locked right now, so we can't get inside. They would bring them in, they would do the autopsies and would clean them up, and they would get them ready for shipping out. This was a self-governed island, so to speak. All the inmates, all the workers, they kept everything here on the island as far as surgeries, births even. And even the families of the workers lived here. The kids would go by boat to the school every morning. These areas are closed off. There's actually 2 large freshwater tanks right here now. Lightning. You can't see the large tank behind me, but it's huge. That is a weird sound. Creepy stuff. San Francisco Bay at 5 o'clock in the morning on Alcatraz Island, alone. The reason I'm leaving the camera running is we might get a good strike of lightning here, or thunder. Okay, now where we're going now is we're gonna make our way around the east side of the island as we walk along here. Hello, birds. Just stay the hell away from me. If I was to keep walking straight, I'd end up down at the docks. That's the area where they dropped us off when we first got here. You get a shot of this. Again, the main cell block is behind me. The main cell block for Alcatraz Island is behind me, where I housed all the inmates. They called them derelicts, they called them murderers. A lot of people were actually put here, since it was a federal prison, for counterfeiting, bank robbery, that kind of stuff. Not too many drugs. Back then it was tax evasion, things like that. But they shuffled them in with other murderers and those kind of things. So when they talk about the Birdman of Alcatraz, and they talk about Al Capone, 2 totally different criminals. The Birdman, a pedophile, and just a creepy ass dude. All the other inmates hated him, could not stand him. Where Al Capone, for tax evasion, was respected and treated like a celebrity. Both criminals, 2 different paths, 2 different. Well, it's really dark here. Not quite sure where I'm at now. Creepy staircase going up behind me here. See if we can get some IR on me. Hello. Originally, Alcatraz Island was built by the Army pre-Civil War. Below me, right below where I'm standing right now, was they taken it down the dungeon. Not open to the public. We were lucky enough to go there. They had made a fort here, cannons, the works, and they called it the Ring of Fire. All the cannons that surrounded this place actually warded off all the bad, all the enemies by fighting ships on all sides. Protected our shores in San Francisco. When they constructed the prison, they actually sheared off the 2nd floor of the fort. They built onto it. By building onto it, they actually did a lot of damage because they did it incorrectly. They actually used the old brick and mortar from the existing fort to make a paste or a new concrete to build this prison. Well, having the salt in the water, this prison could not handle it. And By the 30s, it was apparent this thing was going to fall down. By 63, they shut it down. It's the warden's house. It burned down. I'm standing in front of the warden's house. It was a big, beautiful home now. It's all burned. It's just a burned down shell right now. But it was actually the military, the commandant for the military. It was his house, and now it went to the warden's house, and now it's got a little wind out here. It's just a shell. See if we can peek inside and see what the remainder of this burned out building. It is completely gutted. Rose gardens destroyed by fire. Kind of a neat thing to Alcatraz Island was the Coast Guard putting in this lighthouse. Actually, them having a lighthouse, and then the Coast Guard using it. Since the lighthouse was constructed, they've actually changed the large bulbs inside to an LED light. A lot of the captains in this area say it's not effective, it doesn't work, we can barely see it. As you can see, it's pretty dark, but as I can see, large freighters still come through San Francisco Bay on a daily basis. The main administration office is right behind me. This is where they did a lot of the booking, where a lot of the guards were, and actually the 2 overnight guards who are with us right now are sleeping inside. I'll try to sneak in there, but I don't want to wake them up. You don't want to wake these guys up, believe me. The control room, where the guards actually sat and controlled this whole facility, is right behind me in these windows here. You can actually see inside that some of the things they're actually all in working order. Everything was controlled here, except for, of course, the cell doors, which are all still manually, and they still work today. All the cells were open and closed by a large box put at the end, right here, of each cell. And they can actually, it's an amazing hydraulic set of gearing